It looks like I'm still here. This is the Red Pill Dispensary. How you guys doing? Um, okay. My last video, you might have it named Trump. Something to do with Trump reacting to the debate, which is a very interesting video. Turns out I never got to it. I decided just to kind of go off. I went off on some people. And then I just went off with information. I just kind of spitballed. It ended up being a good video. A very good video. I highly suggest checking it out. I changed the name to something like Red Pill Goes Off on, like truth, serves a truth soup and something like a fact salad, something like that. I highly suggest the last video is what I'm saying. However, I cannot deny what I'm seeing all over the place, and I'm going to fly through this because my daughter's upset. I haven't been spending enough time with her. All right? That kills me. Okay. How you guys doing? Yeah, I highly suggest the last video. All right. Just so you know, India and Pakistan once again have broken down out in conflict. These two countries have been at each other's throats since 1947. And as you see here, according to this, India and Pakistan's rivalry isn't territorial or ideological. It's psychological. Well, that was a couple of years ago. Now we fast forward to today. And plus, I got some other very interesting stuff for you. Honestly, I guess I could go really deep in this stuff and make it a 6-hour show. Put it that way. And we're just gonna power through the facts. I just have to do it that way. But at least it's you're getting good information. Oh man, my throat. I feel like I'm getting sick. India, Pakistan clash at border and at UN, whose peacekeepers watch on in Kashmir. Kashmir. Okay, so it's really starting to, there's starting to be more casualties. India and Pakistan's deadly border fight has continued to rage on, threatening to destabilize South Asia as UN peacekeepers struggle to keep up with mounting casualties along the disputed boundary while only able to operate on one side. So this goes on and on. If you guys are interested in it, you can check it out. And you know what's crazy? In the video I'm talking about, the last one, I touched on about 100 different subjects in that video, honestly. I just went off. So many different subjects I touched on. One of them was them. I was talking about India and Pakistan and how one bought our defense system, the other one bought Russia's defense system, and that's how you can tell the difference between, an ally and not an ally if shit went down. So, India is supposed to be more so our ally. Pakistan, I wouldn't blame them if they weren't happy with us after what Obama did with the drones to them. He just had drones flying around Pakistan, killing random people that had a kill list, and supposedly there was no human that knew the kill list. What the? That's not too many people know about that one, but yeah, that's true. So yeah. Anyways, there's a little video here too. I could play.
Purposes. There are no passengers in it. Thousands of people. There's a lot going on. There's curfew, day and night curfew. People have no access to hospital. Children are not being able to go to school. All businesses are shut.
They've had 4 wars since 1947.
Is minimal. There's no public transport.
So earlier, Pakistan said Indian troops killed a soldier and a civilian teenager.
There are no passengers in it.
Unprovoked.
Thousands of people have been arrested. Young boys are being picked up.
What happened right now
Girls are being
is
picked up.
India is saying that 3 of their soldiers were killed.
Curbed. People can't go for
So it's
their
basically
Friday
just this one
prayers.
small
All
area.
kinds of excesses are taking place.
You know, so you hear
and there's a lot of
that there's a total breakdown of civilization because of this. You know, you're only having small amounts of casualties, but this is how civilization breaks down. And I was actually surprised to hear about it. I mean, I'm not surprised these two countries hate each other, but I was surprised at it only because I was just surprised to see that they were actually like fighting. You know why? Both of these countries have nukes. That's the key. That's why this is so important. They don't mention that. But both of these countries have nukes. And if someone says in the chat, there's no such thing as a nuke, it's all just fake, you don't know shit. I've had it happen so many times, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I know for a fact there's nukes, all right? So just stop, stop making truthers look bad. Okay, next. You guys have no idea how much shit it decided to go down right now. I have to do this. Turkey and Greece, two more countries that just don't get along, set up military hotline. The two countries are locked in a row over energy resources, oil, and borders in the Mediterranean. So Turkey and Greece, it's starting to heat up between them two. I'm telling you guys, the United States has banned all travel and cruises. Okay? No cruises, nothing like that. You can't. None. It feels like the drums of war, but I'm not sure. It could just be because they're taking down the deep state, and that's just like a war. Also, Armenia and Azerbaijan. I mean, not a big deal, obviously, these small little countries. Well, Armenia is not small. So let's see. Defy fresh ceasefire calls. It's popping off everywhere at once. So I don't know what is going on. And look at where they're located. Oh, I see why. Okay. This is what Soleimani used to do. This is why we killed him. He would go and start proxy wars. I bet you this the one I could barely pronounce, Azerbaijan. They are look at Iran right there on their border. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on. Given that the U.S., Russia, and France have neglected this problem for nearly 30 years, it is unacceptable that they are involved in a search for a ceasefire. Damn. Who said that? I'm sure Iran. Oh no, Turkish president. And you know what? This Turkish president, he's tested Trump before and he backed down. And I don't think he's going to back down next time. I am concerned about the stuff going on around the world, but like I said, I'm powering through this. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Trust me, a lot of stuff going on. Okay. You guys want to see what's up with Snowden, too? All kinds of shit. Okay, let's see. Did I get all that? Okay, cool. So now, where's okay. I had to do this quick. Okay. Guys, I just really suggest my last video. You're gonna get a lot of information in this video. My last video, I just go off. Okay, I was able to. I had time to. So that's the last video. Oh no, that's not the last video. All right, so Justice Department. United States obtains final judgment and permanent injunction against Edward Snowden. So, he tried to do the right thing, but I don't know. Once I learned that Edward Snowden wasn't just at the NSA, he was at the CIA before the NSA, that's when I realized, oh, fuck that guy. There's more going on. Listen, the NSA and the CIA they don't get along. Mainly because the CIA does horrible shit. And because the NSA knows everything, they don't like it. It's as simple as that. On September 29th, U.S. District Court for Eastern Virginia entered a final judgment permanent injunction against Edward Snowden, a former employee, so he can never come back. That's basically what that means. In violation of non-disclosure agreements he signed with both the CIA and an NSA. Like I said, people know about the NSA. They don't hear much about that. And they also filed a lawsuit because he published a book called Permanent Record. So, yeah, so there's a lawsuit about that. There's also a lawsuit with the U.S. government against another person who's going against Trump. Who was that? Who was that idiot going against Trump? Now they got a lawsuit on him. I'll tell you in a sec. I gotta remember. Okay. Hey, now do you guys remember Chris Wallace during the debate making Trump disavow white supremacy? This fucking clown. Well, guess what? Seems that he's a little bit obsessed with the subject. And for a guy who's running a debate, he doesn't, you would think he would have more questions. I'm telling you, what did I say? It was like a debate, a 2-on-1 debate. And he asked him again, do you disavow white supremacy? Like, what? Ask Biden if he disavows. He has to actually, Trump basically made him say, do you disavow? And he goes, it's different because Antifa is an idea, whereas, and when I heard that, I almost threw up in my mouth. So Antifa is more of like a ideal based, and I don't know, I guess the Proud Boys would be the other one, is, bad, and they are bad. You know what I mean? If you're basing it on race, yeah, fuck you. Either way, whatever side you're on. And but the people, anyone looting, shooting, and rioting, screw you too. I'm just tired of it. I think they're all punks. I think the police are punks too. Well, what the fuck is going on? Since when have people been so like, yeah, at the same time, if you don't wear a mask, you're like an enemy, public enemy number one. Yet, this is the type of shit that journalists get away with on the number one viewed, that debate, number one viewed program of all time, or cable program of all time. Number one ever on TV was, I guess, the MASH finale. So, riddle me that. Wait till you hear this. Ready? Do you guys remember that question? Here's 2016 when he was debating again. Remember in 2016 at the debate? Yeah.
I totally disavow the Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow.
He asked him this question again.
I've been doing it now for 2 weeks. This is your probably. I totally disavow the Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow David Duke. I've been doing it now for 2 weeks. This is, you're probably about the 18th person that's asked me the question. It was very clear. That question was also talked about in the form of groups. I want to know, which groups are you talking about? You have to tell me which groups. Ultimately, he got to the Ku Klux Klan, which obviously I'm going to disavow. And by the way, if you look on my Twitter account, almost immediately after the program, they were disavowed again. You know, it's amazing. When I do something on Twitter, everybody picks it up, goes all over the place. But when I did this one, nobody ever picks it up. Take a look at my Twitter account.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you. Thanks. Senator Rubin.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and
what
not
is he talking
add
about?
to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland? Are you
I'm willing
prepared
to
to
do that.
specifically?
Idiot. Straight up idiot. Can't stand this shit. Alright, real quick. On White Special Counsel phones, Weissman told, I really wish the department would put out there was all the ways in which we had backup systems. So everything that might be on the phone was backed up on our computer. So I don't think we lost any data. That's you. Durham. Wait. The fuck is going on? What's going on? No, not that. I see people. I don't care. I'm not in the move. Wait. Catherine Hetheridge, she had some breaking. Okay, so this was the lawsuit. Bolton had a lawsuit against him because he disclosed classified information. He's fucked. In his book, The Room Where It Happened. So, yeah, there's a lawsuit. Follow the pen. Okay. Also, did FBI run to ground CIA Clinton referral cited? The Ratcliffe letter with same intensity and resources as Russia allegations against Trump team? No, of course not. Graham calls out Comey for receiving investigative referral on Clinton.
September the 7th, 2016, the U.S. intelligence officials forwarded an investigative referral of FBI to FBI Director James Comey and Assistant Director of Counterintelligence Peter Strzok regarding U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's approval of a plan concerning U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections as a means of distracting the public from her use of a private email server. You don't remember getting that or being taught? That doesn't ring bells with me. Okay. Well, that's a pretty stunning thing. It didn't ring a bell, but
lying.
It did come to you. Let's just end with this. You get this inquiry from the Intelligence Committee to look at the Clinton campaign, basically trying to create a distraction, accusing Trump of being...
Now, if you guys watched the Comey thing with me, or if you guys have watched any of my videos in the past week, I've explained this whole thing front to back and back to front. But I will touch on a few new things. I'll let this finish.
A Russian agent or a Russian stooge or whatever to distract from her email server problems. And how far-fetched is that, Mr. Comey, when we now know that the Democratic Party through Fusion GPS hired Christopher Steele, a foreign agent who had a very strong bias against Trump, who hired a Russian subsource who the FBI believed to be a Russian spy to compile a dossier that was a bunch of crap to be used against an American citizen working for the Trump campaign. You already knew that. Seems to me you'd want to investigate other allegations, but you're telling me that you don't recall this.
Yeah, because he's lying. But that was like a key situation where it just shows that was like one where they know for a fact he's lying because a friggin' letter was written to him. Like, you don't forget that. It's huge. Okay, real quick. Former FBI director testified under oath he did not remember. Again, there's some key things where it's like, oh, you don't remember? How's that possible with this? And it's like, oh. August 2016, CIA notification weeks into Russia probe. That Carter Page was an operational contact providing intel to the agency. Meaning, to put it simply, Page worked for the CIA while he was with Trump. shows you how deep the deep state is. So I guess the CIA had some eyes they wanted some eyes and ears on Trump. I'm assuming. I guess they're allowed to do that. He has Russian contacts, but that's normal for a CIA agent. Hey.
Ron, did you ask Amanda about the day?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Sunday. I know it. Sunday morning, I know. Because Christina and Michael, that's his only day off. But it's Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
The following page wrote to Comey to clear up false media reports. Really? What do you mean? You have a little apple for that? An apple? Come on, that's like the number one thing that we do.
I know, but I really don't.
No, you can't. I don't know what's wrong with Saturday.
Because it's my Auntie Kathy and John
Can you
are
ask?
going on Sunday.
Can you ask them Saturday? I mean, seriously.
They already made the plans. That's like their plans. We're like tagging along with their plans. I can
Same
see,
same here. That's what we're doing with Africa.
I know, but we're not asking them to share. She's already there. And it's like, people have lives. I'm sure they have something else going
Well,
on.
Christina and Michael, that's his only day off. I know that much.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something going on too.
All right, bye.
All right, whatever.
I'll be right out. I'll be right out.
Yeah,
Bye.
right.
What do you guys two want from me?
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna watch Big Brother because you're gonna be in here all night, clearly.
No, I'm being like wicked fast on purpose. No, I can't stand this. This is why I can't. There's so much stuff I can go over. This is why I'm trying to be fast. Because
Actually,
look at so here is a letter.
we're gonna have to find a new place to hang out because I'm gonna give her a bath instead.
No, don't do that right now.
I have to.
Really?
Yeah, instead of like wasting time waiting for an hour.
No, because I'm gonna be 2 seconds. I already did all the stuff I had to do. Alright. This is pissing me off. Alright, so here's a letter. It's dated September 25th. Global Energy Capital, which is also, it's a shell company for the CIA. Carter Page worked there. I am writing to request the FBI's prompt end of the reported inquiry regarding my personal trip to Russia in July 2016. So obviously he got information that they had a Pfizer. Or maybe he didn't even know there was a Pfizer on him. He just knew they were looking into the Russia thing. An investigation which had been widely mentioned in the media. Oh, the media, okay. In this regard, I wanted to evaluate a few basic facts that should help underscore what a complete waste of time this witch hunt directed at me. So you call it a witch hunt too. As you may be aware, the source of these accusations is nothing more than completely false media reports. Yet, for the record, I have not met this year with any sanctified official in Russia. And, he goes on to say, and I'm in the friggin' CIA, having interacted with members of U.S. intelligence community, including FBI and CIA for many decades. I appreciate the limitation on your staff, time, and assets. And basically, they could be used better in different ways. So, there's the letter right there to Comey, which he definitely read, obviously, and knew, and still went before 4 times. So, after getting that letter, he goes in front of Pfizer and signed 4 warrants. And these are these aren't regular warrants, they're Pfizer warrants, which means like and when I say everything, I mean everything is surveilled, including anyone around you. So all you gotta do, that's how you can watch Trump. You surveil the people around him, the people on his campaign. Little did they know, CIA kind of have the same idea, except CIA style is to put an actual person in there. Whereas what their plan was was to use the FISA courts. And the reason they went with such a big plan is because Obama quarterbacked the whole thing. And that'll be coming out in the news. So just so you know, just prepare yourself for that information. Also, another thing, I've mentioned this if you've watched our show before, it wasn't just Trump with Carter Page on his staff. Also, the Ted Cruz campaign, they had FISAs watching them for no friggin' apparent reason. Again, this is political espionage. This is like so bad. It's the biggest story in the U.S. history, and they're pretending this stuff ain't happened. It's just staying out. The justice system is going nuts. Okay? I can't believe they even like took the time to do the Edward Snowden thing. And John Bolton. Oh, well, that's a lawsuit. That's different. Here we go, Durham. So I'm waiting for the Durham report, but I told you, unless he's, trying to play games and get them off, make them think they have more time, the Durham report is not coming out until after the election. Okay? And you know what Durham report equals? Well, the Durham report equals arrests, indictments, justice. That's what comes with that. And reportedly, well, I know it for a fact, there's another special prosecutor nobody knows about. Everyone knows about Durham now. No one knew before, and everyone knows now. And there's another one. I'm not talking Hoover either. Hoover is another one. But there's another secret one. So there's a lot going on, to say the least. And it all looks like it's going on right now. No, this is 3 years of work. It's just happening now because certain cases had to be settled in order for that discovery to be released to the public, a la, like the General Flynn situation. Okay, and you need Director of National Intelligence, since they're above all the intelligence agencies. You need to be not a deep state guy, but a Trump guy, and Ratcliffe's a Trump guy, obviously. And it looks like Lindsey Graham has got a pair too. So I think this is going down now. And like I said, they were calling it Rummint, which is rumor intelligence, and they're talking about at this point what I just talked about has begun classified briefings on Clinton intel. Okay, Lindsey Graham tells CBS News he was briefed, and Graham would not comment on the reliability, credibility of the intel. I could tell you right now, the intel is exactly what it says it is. All right, trust me. They wouldn't release if it wasn't, and I've known it for 3 years. Trust me, it's true. Yeah, she did that. She was the one actually in bed with them the whole time. I remember during the debate, she goes, "Yeah, you're Putin's puppet," and he goes, "I ain't the puppet. You're the puppet." He knew. Either that, or he just got it. He just happened to get it right. How ironic. It's so weird. And everyone just goes about, and they were yelling Russia for 3 years. Now they're shutting the fuck up. He could not recall the September 26th investigative referral from the CIA. Oh yeah, CIA even called him, and they called Peter Strzok and said, "Listen, that's one of our guys, idiots. What are you guys doing?" All right, and he said he doesn't remember. This clown. Oh, well, there's a video. We have it on video. We not the whole hearing, but at least the beginning. Like a good hour and a half at the beginning. So it's pathetic. So Comey told Lindsey Graham he had no recollection of August 2016 CIA notification that, again, Carter Page Intel agency about Russia. Okay. We're just, Comey appeared to distance himself. So he's trying to distance himself from the FISA. Because anyone who signed that FISA is screwed. And I can tell you, every name who signed the FISA, So Comey appeared to distance himself from FISA, saying page surveillance warrants were just a slice of overall Russia investigation. Now, you want to know why this matters? Because FBI lawyer Kleinsmith recently pled guilty to altering CIA email, as I've told you guys about this a million times, to wrongly state Page had no prior relationship with the CIA. Now that got balls. I mean, the CIA is writing letters to the FBI, and then the FBI has a guy who was obviously ordered to do it. I wonder by who? The director, Comey. We're finding out now he has no backbone. He's not an honorable man. I mean, it's like, is there such a thing as an honorable man? I would love to see like the head of the FBI sit there and said, and just like, well, you know what? If he was an honorable man, he would have never done this in the first place, But he's trying to like, I don't remember this type of stuff, and nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody's buying that. The Democrats are like, okay, They're trying to talk about other things. Trust me, it's going bad for them. All right. So Durham said of the Durham probe, I have not subpoenaed, and I don't anticipate it. But I'm happy to give any information I have. I don't think, given what I understand he's looking at, which is the genesis of the Russian investigation which I was involved in, I don't suspect that I'm going to have particularly relevant information. I'm sorry. So that Durham didn't say that because that's crazy. There's gonna be a lot out of him. That's Weissman. Weissman, him. Yeah, I'll tell you about Weissman right now. Ready? Cause I gotta get going. So, hey,
I'm gonna take off this.
here's Paul Revere. Amanda, I'm done right now. So, anyways, all right. D Party Playbook. Who are the real racists? The world is waking up. Oh, I already played this for you. Hey, Olivia, you ready? Yeah, we're hanging out right now. Hey, how many times must it be said? Pushed every election. Why? Oh, that's him disavowing the Ku Klux Klan again. Justice Department, real quick. Did I already give you guys this? Yeah, Snowden. Fake doctored image. Oh, he's warning everybody, and I'm warning you guys. Right now, just so you know, on Twitter, there is Epstein's cell cam explicitly designed to ban users from reposting. Do not take the bait. Use discernment. So this is the type of tactics they're using now. They're putting out graphic information, and anyone who posts it, you're gone. So I'm happy he put it out there. That's gonna save a lot of people, but a lot of accounts are gone. So spy campaign failed. Russia failed. Weissman and Mueller. Oh, Weissman was with Mueller. He's part of the Mueller team, and they were not investigating. They were trying to cover up. Well, guess what? NSA under, and this is the unsung hero, Admiral Rogers. Oh, if I could salute that man, I will actually. I just did. All right, leaks failed, fake news reports failed, impeachment failed. Now listen to this. CDC/WHO recommend do not close border failed. What if, now guys, I really want you to imagine, okay, what if COVID didn't exist? Economy today? Pretty fucking good, right? Unemployment today? Trade today? Right now it would be in China phase 2. And they'd be held accountable. They're saying China phase 2 held accountable. Rallies for POTUS versus Biden attendance. I mean, how bad would that look? Biden interview when he's not in his basement and with everyone on Zoom. Imagine that. Biden questions when he's not in his basement. Imagine that. Removal of delays regarding Durham. So I guess there are delays. I was curious. GJ. Who's that? Who's GJ? Help me out, guys. Oh, grand jury. And interviews and testimony and D-class. So, you know what? It really did delay it. I thought it maybe didn't because all of a sudden, Red October, I think they're just speeding things up. So, you know what? Because there's been delays, I think we're just going to see, we were going to see like a bunch of stuff come at once anyways. It's really going to come at once. And it is. It is. All right. Removal of Biden ammunition with presidential debates. 1, 2, and 3. 200 instead, we have 200,000 dead, down economy, unemployment, and debt. Removal of mail-in ballot harvesting and fraud. And we can imagine we had normal in-person voting. I mean, Trump, it would be like the biggest landslide ever if all these things were true. Now, what's the point of saying? Let me continue. Removal of tech, tyranny, censorship, WHO, foundation, anti-WHO equals suspend and terminate. That's all. C-19 basis. Removal of bailout attempt regarding California and New York and a debt solution. All right? Because why are we going to bail out California when they're like, we want to give free health care, free food, free housing, and a free car, like unrealistic shit to every illegal immigrant that crosses the border, which really just screws people who are in low-income areas, African Americans and things. It's just, you're screwing Americans of low income the most. All right. Trust me, I've lived in some bad neighborhoods, and it's it's like another country. Mathematical. Now listen to this. This is so funny he put this. There's been so many times when I thought to myself, I wonder if they listen to my show. Only because, like here and there, only because, if they have one guy listen. Only because out of all the shows, I mean, there's a bunch of shows that just do 17. Paul Revere here. Why my show, when they came back after being gone for months and months and months, why was it my show that got that information? Remember that? Anyone was around back then? Yeah. Someone showed up and said, he'll be back within the hour. I didn't really believe it, but I said, hey, okay. Because the guy was saying some other stuff, and he was like, you could tell he was very intelligent. So I went with it, and I said, okay, I'll announce it. And I said, hey, this might be a stab in the dark, but I have someone here saying they have knowledge of that he'll be back in the hour. Nobody else had that knowledge. All right? And I never seen that name again. I remember the name, Nicholas White, something like that. It was like a weird, Nicholas White or Nicholas Brown, something like that. Let me see. I just don't understand. Only Code Monkey knew, because he fixes up the websites and stuff, and he made sure that the new one that they went to 8KUN would be unpenetrable, whereas the Chan boards, they had trouble. Now, let's check this out. Mathematical problem. This is what I said today. If you were listening. Well, actually, I'm telling you guys, if you really want to hear a good... This is a good show. There's a lot of information. But last show, I start out slow, and someone pisses me off. And then it's a great show. It was a good show. A lot of information, a lot of random stuff. Mathematical probability of C19 event as solution to above. 100%, I would say. Right? Right? How funny. I mean, I think about that all the time. Like, imagine all those things were the case. It makes you think, is this a friggin' psychological illusion? Are they just, like, it's only people who are dying anyways, or really old. And now they're going to mix it with the flu and call it the twindemic? Maybe it's just going to be the flu, which, by the way, kills, like, what is it? I don't want to say the wrong number, but it's tens or hundreds of thousands of people a year. So, yeah, we don't close down schools or put on masks for that, do we? You know, we barely even like it if someone calls out of work for it. Mathematical probability C19 event as solution to above. Perfectly timed window of opportunity. And that's what I kept saying at the beginning of this in January. And then when it actually really was clear it's happening in March, I said, this is too perfect. And then with the riots and then all the Black Lives Matter stuff and the shooting, it's just like, this seems too convenient for the Democrats. Usually there's an October surprise. We got a 2020 surprise. You know what I mean? We had just killed Soleimani. The Trump was riding high. The economy's riding high. And then boom. It's like we hit a fucking brick wall. And when it comes to the Democrats and coincidences, I ain't buying. But then again, what am I denying? I don't know. It's a tough one. It's tough. Like, am I going to deny it 100%? Yeah, I consider it. But then again, I just came from a funeral. But he was very old and sick anyway. So which one was it? What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Because guess what? You're not allowed to see them. Their dying words are said over a telephone. I'm sorry. That's just so sad. All right. Oh, man. Imagine that. Oh, I would fuck someone up if they told me that my mother was going to tell me her last words over a fucking phone. You ain't stopping me. I mean, eventually they would. They'd tase me 1,000 times and fucking Thorazine me or something. But, yeah, that's how it would go down. Definitely. Yeah, anyone I love. Even one of you guys. That's crazy. All right. I'd be like, give me one of those freaking suits and masks. I'll take the chance. I ain't give a fuck about COVID. Like, I'll be fine. I'll freaking sit and watch Netflix for 2 weeks. And, the only thing I do worry about is that it has the same spike protein as HIV. And when I say same, I mean 100% replica. So I do worry about, immune system problems later in life that we don't know about now, but later there's going to be some disease that affects your immune system similar to HIV, but it's going to be more slower acting, whereas HIV it kills you pretty quick once it becomes AIDS. All right. All right, perfectly timed window of opportunity start regarding impact November 3rd, presidential election, advantage, Democrats, right? Who, and that's a pun, by the way, benefits the most? I think we all know the answer to that. Why did the White House strip the CDC control of this virus data? It's bigger than you can imagine. And he's not talking about the virus. He's talking about the con, the D party con. All right? We have one of the biggest stories ever going on, but another one might be being created right before our eyes. And I'm telling you, this is what happens when you go to take down the deep state and the elites and pedophiles and child sex traffickers and things that are very lucrative but totally unethical in every way. You know? And we have some heroes. Admiral Mike Rogers, Seth Rich, General Flynn, Durham, Trump. I'm telling you, we're winning. Not just the election. Like, in the end, there's going to be people hanging. Well, or lethal injection. There'll be a few like that. I bet you, yeah. For treason, yeah, that'll happen. I think so. Military tribunals in Guantanamo Bay. They just added, or they had a huge building project there. Why do you think? They're expecting a bunch of inmates, yet we're pulling out of all these countries where we put these inmates. Who are these inmates? I know, and I think you do too. And guys, this next debate, you want to know how dirty this is? Check this out. Steve Scully, I mentioned this in the other show. He is the moderator for the second presidential debate. And do you know who he is? Well, let's learn a little bit about him. So let's look at him first. He's a douchebag. All right, so that's a douchebag. Let's learn about that douchebag. While attending college, he served as an intern in the office of Delaware Senator Joseph R. Biden. He worked for Biden in college, and now he's doing the second debate as the moderator. And as we saw with Wallace, whoever the moderator is, it does matter. My impression that night went through my notes, because I don't like to listen to opinion news, because then I like to listen to it the next day when they've already like kind of all figured out this is how we're gonna spin it. And it was just ridiculous. Didn't work. Yeah, they do this with everything. It's disgusting. I mean, this is gonna get out to the public. How are people gonna feel about this? All right, guys. So there's a bunch of truth bombs for you. I gotta go. This is the Red Pill. All right. Anybody who wants to learn about falsified trees, check out my Fugle. All right. Red Pill Dispensary. I'm out of here.